23rd January 2023, Morning Murli, Om Shanti, BapDada, Madhuban. Sweet children, Bharat cannot become heaven without your purity. You have received the Srimad to become pure while living at home with your families. Fulfill your responsibilities to both sides. Question: what system here is completely different from other spiritual gatherings and ashrams? Answer: people go and live in those ashrams and believe that they have good company there and that there wouldn't be any upheaval of their homes and families. However, they don't have any aim or objective there, whereas here you have to die alive. You are not told to leave your homes and families. You live at home and you drink the nectar of knowledge and do spiritual service. They don't have the system at other spiritual gatherings. Om Shanti. The Father sits here and explains to you children, because you children know that it is only the Father who explains to you here. This is why it doesn't seem right to say repeatedly, God Shiv speaks. Those who relate the Gita would say, God Krishna speaks. However, he has been and gone. They say that Krishna spoke the Gita and that he taught Raj Yoga. You children understand that Shivbaba is teaching you Raj Yoga here. There isn't any other spiritual gathering where they teach Raj Yoga. The Father says, I make you into kings of kings. They would simply say, God Krishna speaks. Man Manabhav. When did he say it? They would say that he spoke it 5,000 years ago, or some would say that he said it 3,000 years before Christ. They don't talk of 2,000 years because in the 1,000 years in between, those of Islam and the Buddhist came. Therefore, this proves that 3,000 years before Christ, it became the golden age. We say that 5,000 years ago, God came and spoke the Gita and established the deity religion. Now, after 5,000 years, he has to come again. The cycle is 5,000 years. You children know that this Father is explaining through this one. There are many types of spiritual gathering where people go. Some go and live in an ashram, but it would not be said of them that they went and took birth to the mother and father, or that they received an inheritance from them. No, they simply consider that company to be good, that there is no upheaval of their homes and families there. However, there is no aim or objective there either. Here, you say that you have come to the mother and father. This is your birth in which you have died alive. Those people adopt children who go and settle in their home. There isn't a system here to leave your parents' home or your in-laws' home and come and stay here. That would not be possible. Here, you have to become like a lotus while living at home with your family. Whether you are a Kumari or anything else, you are told to live at home and come to drink the nectar of knowledge every day. Understand this knowledge and then explain to others. You have to fulfill your responsibility to both sides. You also have to live at home with your families. You have to fulfill your responsibility to both sides till the end. At the end, whether you live here or there, death will come to everyone. It is said, Ram went and Ravan went. Therefore, it doesn't mean that everyone has to come and stay here. These people left their homes when they were harassed for poison. Kumaris also have to live at home. You have to serve your friends and relatives. There are many social workers. The government cannot look after so many people. They all live at home with their families and also do one type of service or another. Here, you have to do spiritual service. You also have to live at home with your families. Yes, when those people cause a lot of distress because of vice, you can come and take refuge with God. Daughters are beaten a lot for vice. It isn't like this anywhere else. Here, you have to remain pure. Even the government wants purity. However, it is only God who has the power to enable you to stay at home and still remain pure. The time is such that even the government doesn't want many children to be born because there is a lot of poverty. Therefore, they want there to be purity in Bharat so that there are fewer children. The father says children became pure and you will become the masters of the pure world. They don't have this in their intellects. Bharat was pure and it is now impure. All souls want to become pure. There is a lot of sorrow here. Your children know that Bharat cannot become heaven without your purity. There is only sorrow in hell. Hell is not something else like they show in the Garud Purana, where human beings are choking in a river of poison. There isn't a river like that where they experience punishment. Punishment is received in the jail of a worm. There is no jail of a worm in the golden age where punishment would be received. There is the palace of a worm there. At this time, the whole world is living hell where people are unhappy and diseased. They continue to cause sorrow for one another. None of this happens in heaven. The Father now explains to you, I am your unlimited Father. I am the Creator and I would therefore surely create the new world of heaven. I would create the original, eternal deity religion for heaven. It is said, you are the mother and father. He teaches this Raj Yoga every cycle. He sits here and explains the secrets of all the Vedas and scriptures from the beginning, middle, and end through Brahma. He sits and explains to those who are completely uneducated. You used to say, oh God, come, impure ones cannot go there. Therefore, he definitely has to come here to purify you. He reminds your children that he taught you Raj Yoga in the previous cycle too. You are asked, have you taken this knowledge previously? You say yes. I took this knowledge 5,000 years ago. These are new things. The new age and new religion are being established once again. No one apart from God can establish the deity religion. Even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar cannot establish it because those deities are a creation themselves. The creator of heaven, the mother and father, himself is needed. You need a lot of happiness here. The Father says, I am the creator. I also created you through the mouth of Brahma. I am the seed of human world. No matter how great a sage or holy man, etc., someone may be, thus words would not emerge through the mouth of anyone else. These are the words of the Gita. However, only the one who spoke them can speak them. No one else can say this. The only difference is that instead of the incorporeal one, they have said that Krishna is God. The Father says, I am the seed of the human world, the resident of the supreme abode, the incorporeal supreme soul. You too can understand that no corporeal human being can call himself the seed. Even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar cannot say this. You know that it is Shivbaba who creates everyone. I am establishing the deity religion. No one has the power to say this either, although they may have themselves called Shri Krishna, Brahma, or Shankar. Many have even called themselves an incarnation. However, all of those things are lies. Even they come and listen to this here, they understand that there truly is the one Father and one incarnation. The Father says, I will take you back with me. No one else even has the power to say this. 5,000 years ago too, the God of the Gita, Shivbaba said this. The one who established the original eternal deity religion is now doing that again. It is remembered that souls went back like a swarm of mosquitoes. So the Father comes and becomes the guide and liberates everyone. It is now the end of the Iron Age. The Golden Age has to come after this. Therefore, He will definitely come, purify you, and take you to the pure world. Some of these terms are in the Gita. The belief that a scripture was needed for that means Hindu religion. So, they sat and created the Gita scripture. It is the jewel of all scriptures, the most elevated, the number one mother, but they have changed the name. In the Copper Age, they are not going to write about the acts that the Father carried out at this time. The same Gita will emerge again. That Gita is fixed in the drama. Just as the Father once again changes human beings into deities, in the same way, others will rather sit and write the scriptures. There won't be any scriptures in the Golden Age. The Father sits here and explains to you the secrets of the whole cycle. You understand that you have completed the cycle of 84 births. Only those of the original eternal deity religion can take 84 births, the maximum number of births. It is later that the human population grows. They will not take thus many births. The Father sits here and explains through the mouth of this Brahma. This Dada, whose body I have taken on loan, didn't know his own births. Thus one is corporeal, means Vyakta, Prajapita Brahma. That one is subtle, means Avyakt Brahma. Both are same. Through this knowledge, you too are becoming angels and will be residents of the subtle region. The residents of the subtle region are called angels because they don't have flesh and bones. Even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar don't have flesh and bones. So, how are their pictures created? A picture of Shiv is also created, although he is a star. They create a form of that too. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar are subtle. They cannot create the same form for Shankar as they do for human beings because he doesn't have a body of flesh and bones. We create that physical form in order to explain. However, you can see that he too is subtle. Acha, 13th July 1968. Night class. Human beings definitely need two things. One is peace and the other is happiness. Peace in the world and peace for the self. Human beings desire happiness for the world and happiness for the self. Therefore, one has to ask, since there is peace now, there must definitely have been peace at some time before. However, when and how that was or why there is peacelessness, no one knows because people are in complete darkness. Your children know that you are showing a very good path to happiness and peace. They are happy to hear this. But when they hear that they also have to become pure, they move away a little. This vice is everyone's enemy and it is also loved by everyone. People's heart shrink when they have to renounce it. It is called poison and yet people do not renounce it. You beat your head so much and you are still defeated. Everything is a matter of purity. It is in this that many fail. When they see a Kumari, they are attracted. Anger, greed, and attachment do not have that attraction. Lust is the greatest enemy. To conquer it is a Mahavir's job. After body consciousness, lust comes first. It is this that you have to conquer. Impure, lustful people bow down to those who are pure. They say, I am vicious and you are viceless. They do not see that they are full of anger or greed. Everything is a matter of vice. People get married for vice. The parents have this concern. When they grow old, they give money endless in vice. If they didn't endless in vice, there wouldn't be quarreling. You children have to explain that the deities were completely baseless. You have your aim and objective in front of you. You have to change from ordinary humans into Narayan and become the kings of kings. The picture is in front of you. This is not called a satsang, means spiritual gathering. They do not have a place to study or a satsang. The true satsang means company of the truth. But the one who is the truth is one. He personally teaches you Raj Yoga. You need to have the power of the truth. He is the one who teaches the Gita, which is Raj Yoga. The Father does not relate the Gita. People think that because this is called the Gita Pathshala, they should come and listen to the Gita. They have that pull. This is the true Gita Pathshala where you receive salvation, health, wealth, and happiness in a second. So ask them, why have we written true Gita Pathshala? It is common to write Gita Pathshala. When they read true, they can be pulled to think that perhaps there is also a false one. So you definitely have to write the word true. The pure world is called Satyug, the golden age, and the impure world is called Kalyug, the iron age. They were pure in the golden age. You are taught how they became that. The Father teaches us through Brahma. How else would he teach us? Only those who understand the scriptures in the previous cycle will understand them. They are trapped in the bog of the path of devotion. There is a lot of splendor in devotion. That is nothing. Simply have the awareness. We now have to return home. We have to return after becoming pure. For this you have to stay in remembrance. Can you not remember the Father who makes you into the masters of heaven? This is the main thing. Everyone says that. There is effort in that. Children give good lectures, but if they were to explain while staying in yoga, it would have a good effect. You receive strength when you are in remembrance. By becoming Satopradhan, you will become the masters of the Satopradhan world. Would you say that remembrance is conducted meditation? It is wrong to say that you sat and conducted meditation for half an hour. The Father simply says, stay in remembrance. There is no need to teach you. Thus, by sitting opposite you, you have to remember the unlimited Father with a lot of love because He gives you many treasures. The mercury of your happiness should increase with remembrance. You would then feel supersensuous happiness. The Father says that life of yours is very valuable. You have to keep it healthy. The longer you live, the more treasures you will take. You will have received all the treasures when you have become Satopradhan. You receive power through the Murli. There is also power in the salt. When you have the power of remembrance, the salt will become sharp. There isn't that much power in knowledge, and this is why there isn't that much effect. Baba then has to come to benefit that person, means whoever comes in front of you. When your remembrance is filled with power, the arrow will then strike the scholars and teachers, etc. This is why Baba says keep your chart. Some say that they remember Baba a lot, but that their mouths are unable to open, means they are unable to speak. Stay in remembrance and your sins will be absolved. Acha, good night children. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, while living at home, the spiritual service become pure and make others pure. Second point, while living in this living hell, you have to claim your inheritance of heaven from the unlimited Father. Don't cause anyone sorrow. Blessing. May you use all your specialities and make them grow and become an embodiment of success. Explanation. The more you use your specialities to serve with your mind, words, and deeds, the more the specialities will continue to grow. To use them for service means to receive a lot of fruit from one seed. Do not just keep the specialities you have received as a birthright in this elevated life as seeds, but sow them in the land of service, and you will experience their fruit. That is, you will experience the success of them. Slogan. Do not look at the expansion, but look at the essence and accommodate it in yourselves. This is intense effort. Om Shanti